It's a brilliant.
So we are live. Welcome to 5 at 5, and we are here in Cuttack for the first of the five-match T20I series, and the official road to the T20 World Cup begins. There's a lot to talk about in terms of both the teams. Slight combination changes for both of them. Looking ahead at the World Cup and how both the team wants to play. Not a lot of T20I bilateral series are left in terms of India's roadmap. This five-match T20I series followed by a five-match T20I series against New Zealand in January. These are the only two series that remains in terms of India preparing for the home T20 World Cup. And of course, everyone will be hoping that they both India and South Africa play the best of cricket to entertain us. Rohit also joined us and we'll talk about the match, the preparation for both the teams. Although neither of the team are practicing today. Let's see how it goes in terms of the venue. Not the best of venues, but that's what we have to live with it.
But I think the last memory was really good as far as white ball series is concerned. Rohit Sharma scoring 100 here, I remember, versus England, and that was something, where everything came from. When you talk about Champions Trophy, before that 100. Now the way they both are scoring as far as Sydney ODI is concerned, another 100 from Rohit Sharma. So happy memories as far as the Cuttack Stadium is concerned. I remember one game, which eventually India lost, and that way back against New Zealand. But overall, Debashish, is the surroundings is quite similar as far as dew is concerned, conditions are concerned, because again it's a coastal area. It's not very far from the coastal area, means from Bay of Bengal. So just let tell us about the conditions, the dew, and what is going on at this point of time as far as practice sessions are concerned and the press conference thing are concerned.
Conditions.
Yeah, obviously, Rohit, as far as the conditions are concerned, there will be due. There will be due. Subhayan was having a chat with one of the BCCI curators. I won't name him, but he's very much present here physically. So there will be a particular arrangement being made so as to counter the due factor. So toss once again will be an important factor, which has been the case for the one day series, and it's a bit unfair as well. Win toss and you are almost half done. But talking about the South African team, I think they are a very very good side. Remember they played India in that final of the T20 World Cup. So as was the case in the one day series, nothing will be cakewalk for India. It won't be a cakewalk for India as far as the T20 series is concerned. Very important series coming up, especially all eyes will be on Hardik Pandya. Tomorrow. He was supposed to train today, Rohit. That's the reason me and Subhan were at the stadium just to see a glimpse of Hardik Pandya coming back from injury. Obviously, he did play that Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy match, but there were ball boys who have been called just to give Hardik the practice. But so far, it's almost 5-5, and we have not seen Hardik Pandya. So hopefully, fingers crossed. We are waiting.
They are waiting.
We are waiting just to see if Hardik Pandya comes for training, because that will be our 10 a.m. video for tomorrow.
But in terms of due also, Rohit, I
I
think
know that pressure.
in terms of due also, the same machine which we talked about in Guwahati, the mini machine, the manual machine that has been brought here for this particular game, and the curators have started to sprinkle the anti-dew spray to ensure there is as light dew as possible on match day. It is not possible to eradicate, to remove the dew completely, but the curators are trying their best to lighten the advantage of dew factor, lighten the dew factor advantage, which can help a team that is chasing, especially in this time of the year in India. Uh, Dew will be a factor, as Debashis thus said. In this point, if you win the toss, you half know that if we play 50% of our game, we will win the match. For India also, this is a gun Indian T20I side, one of the favorites heading into the T20 World Cup, defending T20 World Cup champions. But we have to remember that this is the same South African team which played the final also in 2024, and this is a very very good side. Yes, there are some changes. Heinrich Klaassen is not there anymore in terms of bowling. Also, they are missing a lot of pacers. Rabada is not there. Andre Berger is not there. They will rely on someone like an Andrik Nokia, Quena Mafaka, youngster, very young bowler. Corbin Bosch, I think, is there in the team. So there will be some sort of inexperience in this South African bowling unit. Remains to be seen whether George Linde plays or not. But in terms of their batting, also Aiden Markram is there. Donovan Ferreira. I am looking forward to see how South Africa use Donovan Ferreira. Plenty of talented players in this setup. Deval Brevis is not there. Is not there in the T20I side. He's not there. Tristan Stubbs returns to the T20I fold. So Deval Brevis, as far as I know, he's not there.
Koina Mafaka, I think he's also ruled out.
He's ruled out.
Along with Tony Zorzi.
Okay,
Both Tony Zorzi
or
and
Nandre Burger is ruled out.
let me just get you the team.
I think Andre Burger is ruled out because what
Tony
happened in
Zorzi
the
and
last.
Koina Mafaka has been ruled out.
Okay.
That's the team for you.
Okay, so the team is Tony Dizorzi. Okay. So no, Koina Mafaka is there. Koina Mafaka is
He has been ruled out. He has been ruled out. I saw somewhere. Okay. Both Koina Mafaka have been ruled out for the upcoming fight.
okay. So yeah, Tony Dizorzi and Koina Mafaka both have been ruled out. So plenty of injuries also in terms of South African bowling attack is concerned. Rabada is still not there. Nandre Burger will be missing after he pulled his muscle while playing the last match, and they will depend again on the same bowlers. Marco Jansen will be someone to watch out for in terms of South Africa's bowling unit. And
The biggest talking point, Subhan, is
now,
Henrik Nokia making
yes,
a return into the T20 mold. I think
Yes.
Henrik Nokia, he played that final in 2024, and
Yeah.
and it's been a long wait for him to make a
he
comeback.
did play the IPL, but was very expensive for Kolkata Knight Riders last season. So let's see how his return goes. His returns have diminished over the last couple of years. Plenty of injuries also, but this is a still a very good South African side. But before the series, before the first match, before watching both the teams practice, I will still put India as the favorites to win this series. Rohit.
Yeah, so taking it from where you left, being Hardik Pandya's discussion, I think we also want to know that means viewers. I think also want to know that what's the status of the full team? Is the full team assembled there? What about the practice sessions? Are there? Is there a is the squad complete as far as the team is concerned? The T20 team is concerned. And second most important point is what's the status on Shubman Gill? Because yes, he's been cleared. Yes, there was a answer from Gautam Gambhir also in the last press conference, which went viral due to several reasons. But I think we need a clarity on Shubman Gill also. And what about the practice sessions update? Is there a press conference also today? Because I think it's match day -2. Then there's a match day -1, 8th, and then 9th. I think there will be the start of T20I. So any updates on this regard?
There will be 3 practice sessions literally during
Okay.
this course of T25 match T20 series. So India practice tomorrow. Assuming that it might be a full practice session, and that might be the only chance where you get to see the entire T20 squad. Means then
Okay.
there will be travel there because there is hardly one day gap between the first T20 and the second T20 in Mulapu. So there is no trend because BCCI has already shared the training schedule. So there are
Hmm.
3 practice sessions. One training session is in Lucknow and one is in Dharamshala. So there are 3 training sessions for India throughout the course of this 5 match T20 series. Obviously there will be a pre-match press conference.
Tomorrow there will be a press conference. Today, no.
Today no PC. And is Shubman Gill there? Is Shubman Gill reached Cuttack? What's the status
The
on
entire
Shubman Gill?
team is assembling today. Some of the players reached last evening as well. Hardik Pandya, he was captured by a few media houses last evening. But they all are traveling since all are traveling in separate batches from separate areas. You might not see everyone coming together. So the ODI players who are part of the T20I team, they will travel from Vizag to here to Cuttack. So that will be a separate batch. Hardik Pandya traveled alone. So all the players, Shubman Gill is fit. He's fine. He's ready to go as Gautam Gambhir confirmed yesterday. He has
Yeah.
been released by the Center of Excellence also. Yes, tomorrow when the team comes, the entire team comes for the training session. You will see the first glimpses of Shubman Gill being back fully fit and expecting a good series from him. This is the first time he will be playing at home in terms of after making a return to the T20I side. Asia Cup was away in Dubai. Australia was away in Australia, and this is the first home series. So, given that Indian pitches are flatter in nature, given that it's easier to score runs here, and the T20 World Cup is also at home, I am expecting plenty of fireworks from both Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma up top. So, come the first T20I game, I am expecting Shubman Gill to fire all cylinders, and there's no need to worry about in terms of his fitness anymore. He's perfectly fit, and he has been cleared to play all the formats. So even if he wants to play Vijay Hazare after completing this five T20I series, he's welcome to do so. But let's see what his decision remains.
Okay, so going into the playing 11 part now, because obviously we know that in Australia, and Shubhanda, you were there, you were part of the 5-match T20I series there, but there were a lot of questions, in that particular series. First, there's a lot of questions as far as Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain's performance, the batting performance I'm talking about. There's a question mark there. Surya Kumar Yadav batting, and then apart from that, we also want to see that will Sanju Samson be back into the 11, or it will be Jitesh Sharma again, where who will start in the playing 11. And we have to see that what will be the bowling combination be like. We saw multiple tweaks as far as Washington Sundar's position is concerned. Are you still buying this, that we need to carry on with that experiment thing, which we regularly watching in that Australia series? You were covering that series, so there were sometimes they promote a Harshit Rana, sometimes they promote a Shivam Dubey, sometimes they promote a Washington Sundar, and then batting bowling wise, there are a lot of experimentation. Are you still want to see that, or you want a clear now full dress rehearsal as far as World Cup is concerned? Because after this series, there will be a New Zealand series, and that's it. Then you have to play the T20 World Cup. So as far as playing 11 is concerned, Shubhanda, what do you think? And then I want to know about Debashish Da also, that what he thinks of playing 11. So starting from you, Shubhanda.
Rohit, of course, playing 11 will be in the focus. A lot of experimentation was done in Australia, and we kept a blanket on that, saying it is time to experiment. This is the only time you can experiment. But since there are only 10 T20Is left practically before the World Cup starts, one unofficial warm up game before the World Cup. So 11 matches, you can say, before the first ball is bowled in the T20 World Cup. So you don't have time, and this is the time where you give security to your main players, at least to your top 12. Even if not 11, then top 12. One can change depending on the conditions, depending on the venue you are playing, depending on the opposition you are playing against. So this is the time where you give a surety to your top 11, top 12 players. Batting position wise, I can still understand what Gautam Gambhir was trying to say yesterday, that only openers are fixed, and apart from that, everyone has to be flexible. And in this format, I can buy that logic. You never know whether Shubman Gill and Abhishek Sharma, if they play 10, 12 overs, then you will suddenly see the likes of Hardik Pandya being promoted. You will see Surya Kumar Yadav coming at 3, and then followed by Hardik Pandya. You might not see your traditional number 4 batter coming in at number 4. So you might see plenty of changes in terms of the batting position. That is not I'm bothered about. I'm bothered about how you are using your players, and this is what I feel is the best format for the Indian team. This is the best format for Gautam Gambhir, the tactical coach also. He has achieved a lot of success for his IPL teams, Lucknow Super Giants, KKR, and as a player also, as a IPL captain also, he knows this format in and out. So I feel this is the best time for the Indian team to solidify their 11. These are the 11 players, and we have in this particular series, India have picked an extra pace bowler. They have dropped a Rinku Singh, and they have gone with an extra pace bowler in by picking both Arshdeep and Harshit into the squad. Besides having Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya, so 4 pacers. I am not too sure whether all the 4 pacers will remain in the World Cup squad, given that it will be a spin heavy combination in the World Cup. But this is the time where you can, give your best 11, 12 players. And even if you have one player whom you are thinking of putting in the World Cup squad, you can give him a long rope. You can give him a couple of matches and see whether he is up to the mark or not. So, in terms of playing 11, I want to see a settled playing 11. But I can understand. I'll still understand if there is one change or two change if you are trying to experiment a certain thing. But But combination wise, tactics wise, if you are bowling Bumrah three up front in the power play like they were doing in the Asia Cup, whether you want to do that or not, whether you want to continue with Varun Chakravarti, the death bowler, that is also to be seen. You mentioned about Harshit Rana, whether they are promoting Harshit Rana, they are seeing him as a legit number 8, number 9 bat in that T20I setup. These are the few questions that we will try to find out in this 5 T20I series.
And there were multiple discussions when they were opting out. They were selecting Harshit Rana, and Arshdeep Singh was not part of the 11 in most of the Australia T20I series matches. If you see that, there were questions raised on Gautam Gambhir, and then why you are not selecting Arshdeep Singh. But as Shubhanda rightly said, that it was more of an experimentation thing, that we need someone as a backup. If Bumrah is there, Arshdeep is there, obviously we will go with Bumrah and Arshdeep, and then you have a Hardik Pandya also. But just for the backup option, that if a last minute injury happens, then who is actually your that last option to go with? So that could be Harshit Rana. That will be a possibility which is still very much remains there. But Debashish da, talking about Surya Kumar Yadav, you were there in the T20 World Cup also 2024. From there to now, it's his average is not very much. His run scoring, we know he has the ability. He's the number one batter for a long time in T20 internationals. He has that strike rate thing with him also. Everything is there, but runs are not coming for Surya Kumar Yadav. He played really well in IPL also, second highest run scorer in last IPL as far as that orange cap is concerned. But when it comes to the India part, he is not able to score runs, in last 18 to 20 matches. And that's a long sample size. I'm not talking about 2, 4 or 5 or 6 matches. It's 18, 20 matches now. So World Cup is very close. Now you have this countdown begins, as Shubhanda said, that this series and the next series, and then, in what, 2 months from now, you have a World Cup, exactly 2 months from now. So how do you see this Surya Kumar Yadav's form, and then chopping and changing? Are you still in favor of that? We can carry on with the experimentation, as far as this particular series is concerned for the very last time, and then for the New Zealand series, we'll go with the full dress rehearsal? Or you think that now this is the time you have to show them that exactly what your team be looking like?
Let me take your second part of the question. Obviously,
Okay.
these are the 5 matches that India needs to sort out who their go-to players will be. You
Hmm.
cannot keep on experimenting for the New Zealand series. By
Yeah.
the time the South Africa series is over, you have to be in. There should be a clarity as to who will be your 12, or
Hmm.
rather, who will be your 11. Means you
Yeah.
cannot just keep on experimenting during the New Zealand series as well. So I think now that everyone is fit, means more or less all the players are fit. So I think this is perhaps, yes, you might just add 1 or 2 players here and there for the New Zealand series, but
Hmm.
definitely as far as the batting is concerned, I would say that this is the right time. This perhaps is the right series, and to experiment. If there is the thought process that, come on, let us just tinker a little bit and just try and find out as to what could be ideal. Because as Shubhan rightly said at the start, that apart from the top order, you need to be flexible, and
Hmm.
absolutely there is no problem with Gautam Gambhir's vision as to this is the format where you needs to be flexible. So I
Yeah.
think the batting, yes, and coming back to your first part, Surya Kumar Yadav, yes, the owners as a captain, you need to score, keep running. You cannot rely on Abhishek Sharma to bail you out every time. Means what happened when Abhishek Sharma gets out early? Means it
Exactly.
cannot be that Abhishek Sharma gives you that rollicking start every match, each and every match, and then you have a Shubman Gill who hasn't done justice to his potentiality as far as international T20 is concerned. T20 international, he has an outstanding IPL. Last few seasons, Shubman Gill has been brilliant in IPL, but his T20 format, T20 international has not taken apart. So I think the onus will be on 2 players who I feel the focus will be on. Shubman Gill, yes, he is, and remember he is opening the batting, and
Yeah.
obviously Surya Kumar Yadav. 2 senior players. In fact, they are the captain and the vice captain as well. So they are in the leadership group as well. So 2 players who I think will be the focus will be heavily on is you want your captain and the vice captain to be in some sort of form before you head into that warm up match at Navi Mumbai. So I think definitely Surya Kumar's form has been a concern, but these are the conditions he will release. Which we know what he brings to the table. So yes, 18 matches is a little too long, but I still feel that it's matter of one innings, and Surya Kumar Yadav can just turn it on.
And Shubhanda, it's not like that in Australia he was not getting the starts. I remember in Canberra he got a wonderful start and then stopped due to rain. Him and Shubman Gill at that particular venue, the way they scored, and then after that also there were quite a few of one or two innings more where he looked in a good touch. He scored that 24-30 quick fire, typical Surya Kumar type of innings, and then due to this very same reason that rain halted the game and it was then done and dusted. And suddenly what we were hoping that yes, Surya Kumar Yadav is coming back to his own, and it suddenly cancelled off due to rain. So first thing is this: do you also agree with this? And the second thing is, do you think that there will be pressure on Shubman Gill now? Because Yashasvi Jaiswal scored 100 yesterday. Yes, the format was different, but that Asia Cup, we were waiting for. We were there looking for a Shubman Gill innings. Yes, on the second game versus Pakistan, he scored a really good innings. I think some 40 odd runs with a very good strike rate. And at one point of time, he was overshadowing Abhishek Sharma also in that very particular innings. But apart from that, now Ruturaj Gaikwad did really well. Yashasvi Jaiswal did really well. And the question people asking is that will Shubman Gill able to score the way he's dominating ODI format? Test cricket also, now England series given you the hopes that he can really score runs outside the country also. Do you think that this is the only format now where he needs to settle the debate now that yes, I am the best? If you are opening me with Abhishek Sharma, then here's your opener, here's your vice captain, who is possibly a front runner as far as captain after Surya Kumar Yadav is concerned also. So these two questions: Surya Kumar Yadav, the kind of start he was getting and not able to conclude it in a big innings kind of thing, and then the Shubman Gill part, Shubhanda.
I'll start with Shubman and see. I don't feel there will be a lot of pressure on Shubman Gill because he is the designated vice captain of the team. He has been given that trust by the team management, by the selectors also. But yes, he needs to score runs. He knows that. Everyone in the playing 11 knows that they need to prove their credentials every match. They need to keep on winning matches for India in terms of talent, in terms of promise, as Devashish also said. There's no doubt about Shubman Gill's ability, and that is why we keep on talking about why he is not able to fulfill his promise in the T20I format because that is how highly we rate those who have watched Shubman Gill day in day out in practice sessions in matches off the field. We know how dedicated he is. His work ethic is unbelievable, and that is where the question also arises: why he is not able to convert those into performances in this format? So, but having said that, you need to understand that players pick the top five players, top five, top six players in this T20I format. How many of them are playing all three formats of the team? None. Only Shubman Gill is playing. So sometimes it is not easy for a batter, which he talked about at Eden Gardens also. That physically he is feeling fine, but mentally sometimes it becomes very challenging to keep on switching after every other week. One day you are playing ODIs for a week, for 10 days, and suddenly you are playing test matches for 2 weeks, and suddenly you are playing T20 format in a different country after 3 4 days. It is not easy for a batter to keep on changing that. I am not questioning the selectors for putting that trust on Shubman Gill. That is how highly people rate Shubman Gill, and that is why they have given that extra responsibility to Shubman Gill. And as you said, he looked good in Australia as well. He gave starts to you. Canberra was somewhere I felt Shubman was really kicking on. A couple of matches where rain came. I think Gaba also he gave a decent start if I'm not wrong. Uh, or 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 it was Hobart. I don't know. There was another match where he gave a good start before it came cut short. It was before it was cut short. So in terms of runs, in terms of ability, Shubman Gill ticks all the boxes. Now it's all about him going out there and saying, as I said, it is the first time he will be playing at home conditions after being reinstated into the T20I side. So this is the time where he needs to prove his doubters wrong and say no. You are questioning me incorrectly. So uh, th- this 5 T20I series, Shubman Gill will be on focus for sure. In terms of Surya Kumar Yadav, it has been a while. Shubman Gill just came from the Asia Cup onwards, but Surya from the 2023 or even 24 phase, he has not been scoring consistent runs, big runs that we associate with Surya generally. And we know by when he scores 50 runs in a T20 innings, India hardly lose a match. So his record is impeccable when he scores big runs. India's win rate goes up, shoots up when he scores big runs. But I don't know whether it's just a slump in form because again in Canberra, Surya, some of the pickup shots he was playing in Australia, it was looking like he's not a man out of form. It's just about converting those starts into big ones. And that is, I think, where Surya has been lacking. If he takes the game deep, which he has done in a couple of innings in the last 10, 15 innings, if you pick up, he has not been able to score half centuries, but he has all the ability to be the match winner. And that is why he has not long back, he was your number one T20I batter of the world. So Surya has everything, captaincy, experience, X factor. He just and I feel all these batters who have been going through off form in home conditions, familiar conditions, they will all come good. Beat Sanju Samson, Jitesh Sharma, Abhishek Sharma, Shubman Gill, Tilak Verma, whoever gets the chance, I think they will come good. In familiar home conditions where you play your cricket all through the year, Rohit.
And
If I may add
the way.
on Surya, if I may add on Surya, so it's not just this runs he scored, but the intent means obviously the even a 30 run knock can depends on the situation he scores those runs. So I
Yes,
think that
yes.
is more important. Being the captain, obviously, if he walks into bat, say around 10 overs or 11 overs, means that time you have to go out bang bang bang
Yes.
right from the word coach. So actually, for Surya, it is always being that intent. Means the situation he walks in and that amount of run. It's not just that scoring those 50s or 60s. Yes, obviously it augurs well. If Surya Kumar goes on to score 50, 60, invariably India will reach a target of a 180, 180 plus 200. But yes, that important thing is which where Surya Kumar Jadhav bats in. Because obviously, it is those crucial runs that it's a 10 ball 30 or a 20 ball 60, that game changing knock. And that is why Surya Kumar is often related as the X factor in this team. So I think, yes, as a captain, you need to have some runs behind. But at the same time, it's also important the situation you score those runs. So that is very important for India.
And I think what Shubhanda was telling, that there were multiple innings. Look at Shubman Gill in Canberra, and then his innings in what? Oh, it was Queensland or Queenstown? Queensland, no? I think the fourth T20I.
Hobart, I think.
No. After Hobart, it was Brisbane, and
I
between
can't
Brisbane
remember.
and
Gold Coast, Gold
this
Coast.
Gold Coast. We called it Queensland, na?
That
Queensland.
ground was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gold Coast Stadium. Gold Coast
Gold
Stadium.
Coast, Gold Coast. Yeah, so Gold Coast, where Shubman played that innings, and if you look at the Surya Kumar Yadav innings also, the thing with Surya Kumar Yadav is that again it's coming like 11 balls, 22 runs. So the strike rate is 200, but the amount of run he was scoring. I'm just watching. At this point of time, I've opened the stats part, and the stat part is showing me that second best Indian batter with strike rate. Abhishek Sharma is also low. He's just behind Surya Kumar Yadav, but the amount of runs he scored is double as far as Abhishek Sharma is concerned. He scored 163 runs. Surya Kumar Yadav scored 184. But look at the strike rate part. 171 is the strike rate from Surya Kumar Yadav, and 161 is the strike rate of Abhishek Sharma. So yes, there is strike rate. Strike rate has never been a problem with Surya Kumar Yadav. It's the amount of runs we need from Surya Kumar Yadav. That is the major concern. And in this, where Shubman scored 132 runs in that particular series, but the big question there is that the strike rate which he scored is only 136. So basically, that's the problem. With Shubman, you got runs, but with not that great strike rate. But with Surya Kumar Yadav, you are not even getting the runs. So I think this will be one of the major parts as far as this particular series is concerned. That you want, as Debashish Da said, that you want runs from your captain and vice captain. If your captain and vice captain start scoring run, otherwise each and everyone. Look at Abhishek Sharma; he's a man in form. Then you look at a Hardik Pandya, brilliant knock in Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy in that very first game. I think it was against Punjab, where he played against this Hyderabad against Punjab. And then if you look at the way this lower middle order is contributing, I don't think that there is much of a problem as far as as far as this team is concerned. So is there anything apart from Hardik Pandya, Shubhanda, that you guys are waiting there? Any other players, or will it be a day end for you if Hardik Pandya won't be there?
I don't know. Only Hardik was supposed to come at 3:30,
Okay.
and now it's 5:30. So I don't know whether his plans have changed or not. But we'll still wait for another hour or so, and we will see whether he's coming or not. But otherwise, the entire team will come tomorrow and train. So hopefully, we'll see all the players come and train here tomorrow. Although the infrastructure is not too great here, but still, you can't do anything. This is what it is right now. So let's see whether Hardik turns up or not. If it turns up, then all our viewers will get the updates on what Hardik will be doing here. If it does not turn up, then you will not see any update. If you see vacant slots, then just think that Hardik did not turn up for practice.
Devashish, I think more from infrastructure. I don't think that Shubhanda getting a good tea there. चाय अच्छी नहीं मिल रही है उनको, इसलिए
Ah,
परेशान है.
someone who has been to Australia and England.
Who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking? Another tour and Australian government will give Devashish Da their PR. That is the only thing left. But no, on a
Even
serious note,
just 24 hours, Rohit, to go for the match. Still, everywhere around the stadium, you will find some sort of works going on. Be it bricks and what do you call?
they don't have any seating arrangements. It's just the concrete stairs that are turned into seats. All the VIP boxes have plastic seats. The media desk has plastic tables. I kept my bag there, and the entire table collapsed. That's how the situation is right now. From the media box, you get to see the half. I'll be tweeting tomorrow that the balls, if Shubman or Surya or Abhishek score, play towards the square leg boundary, I'll write that the ball went somewhere towards the square leg or mid wicket region. I don't know where exactly the ball
Is it
went.
a, is it a, is it a
Because you
four
can't
or a six?
you,
Is it a
you
four
can
or a
only
six?
see. I have tweeted an image. You can only see half part of the ground. I think this view was made for Saurav Ganguly for his off drives, for his cover drives, and then that is the only reason I can see why what kind of arrangements are being made. But I think yes, this is an old stadium. This was made in the 1950s. This is a heritage stadium, but still you need to improve with time. You need to upgrade with time. Otherwise, this is not an acceptable level. You can play Ranji
Yes.
matches here, but in terms of international venues in India, where the richest board is there, I don't think, and there are multiple good, very good top class venues who don't get
Yes.
matches. But despite Odisha getting couple of matches in a span of an year, February was the last ODI they hosted, and today is December 7th. I think they should improve their infrastructure. Otherwise, we don't want to live in a primitive stage where out of 40,000 tickets, if you are making 20,000 into turning 20,000 into passes, 20,000 tickets are sold. 10,000 of them are sold offline. 2,000 only online, and other tickets we don't know where it goes. So for fans also, it's a very hectic experience, very not so kind experience, standing in the queue waiting for tickets. You have seen what happened in Bangalore in terms of the stampede. The visuals I was seeing day before yesterday. It was a stampede like situation, because the fans here know that offline tickets are only sold in numbers. 2,000 offline tickets are sold in a capacity of 40,000 stadium. So all want to get their hands onto tickets, where that can create a stampede like situation. So uh, I don't know how where I would rate this stadium in terms of infrastructure and quality, but that won't be very high in my list.
So, but this is the part of covering international tours, and then you get expectations, high expectations. You visit
No, no,
something
we have
like
we have covered cricket in makeshift stadiums also. Gold Coast was is an AFL stadium where cricket was played. We criticized the boundary dimension, but in terms of infrastructure, it was top notch. In terms of viewing experience, it was top
I
notch.
remember I
Uh,
remember your tweet from Canberra also, where they were not very supportive as far as the media,
yes, yes.
the media
That's
people are
that is
concerned.
that
They
is
are not
that
very
is that is for a certain individual. That is towards a
Yeah.
certain
Okay.
individual. That is how
Okay.
a security personnel was behaving, or media
Sure.
team member was behaving or a catering team member was behaving. But in
Sure.
terms of infrastructure, Canberra is a very small ground, but it is a very
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
viewer friendly ground. I am not
Oh,
asking
yes, yes,
BCCI to
yes,
allow
yes.
start allowing power banks and everything.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
how the security of our nation continues to be. But
Requires, I think.
you can
Right.
at least have viewer friendly stadiums. Eden Gardens, Guwahati, you saw. Even though many less people turned up for the test match, but it was at least a decent stadium to go there and watch cricket. You
Sure.
can't have concrete. You can't sit on the concrete bench for 3 hours, 4 hours, and in winter time and expect to have a very good experience in terms of viewing the match.
Sure. Okay, so that's the update as Shubhanda and Devashish Da provided from Cuttack. They are still waiting for Hardik Pandya. And with that waiting Hardik Pandya story, I remember that I was waiting for him in Dubai. You know, when I'm waiting for the Asia Cup squad, Surya Kumar Yadav was there. Multiple players were there. And then Hardik, I don't remember that, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. It's been, I was there since afternoon and it was late at night, I think somewhere around 10, 11. And we were only waiting for the other players also. And then there was an Instagram post that Hardik posted with a new hairstyle because he colored his hair. And then I saw that picture. Then I saw that picture. He was entering in the Mumbai airport. His hairs were looking so messy, and they were. And then I read the comments that Hardik भाई दुबई जाके बाल कटाएंगे दुबई मैंने सोचा यार ये मैंने पहले क्यों नहीं पढ़ा ये कमेंट मैंने पहले क्यों नहीं पढ़ा and then I asked him on the very next day I met Hardik. I asked him भाई कल आपका वेट करते रहेगा आप कहाँ से निकले तो ही सेड दैट मैं ऊपर से निकलता हूँ मैं हमेशा ऊपर से निकलता हूँ बिकॉज देयर इज अ एग्जिट देयर वेयर द वीवीआईपीज वॉक आउट फ्रॉम एंड वो गाड़ी तक वहां पर पूरी अंदर चली जाती है टर्मिनल में सो हार्दिक पांड्या का वेट करते हुए काफी टाइम लग सकता है मैं आपको यही बता रहा हूँ बट खैर कटक में वो बाल कटाने तो नहीं जाएंगे इतना इतना मैं 100% श्योर हूँ ओके so that's it from our side I think whatever will be the updates from there from Katak Shubhanda and Devashish are there. So let's hope for the best as far as the coverage is concerned. You know that we will provide you each and everything, the details. Press conference will be tomorrow. Lot of people are asking Shubhanda, what's the time of practice tomorrow? Any timing details?
1:30 p.m. Rohit.
One
Indian team
and press
train from
conference before that
1:30
or after
to
that?
4:30
Press
Press
conference
conference
after
after or before?
after practice.
After practice, so somewhere around maybe 4:30 to 5, around 5 p.m. there will be a press conference, maybe someone from the support staff because captain speaks match day -1. Let's see whatever we have we'll provide it to you, be it Rev Sports Hindi, English or Bangla. So do make sure that you'll check out
Yeah,
and
Hardik.
thank you
Okay,
so much.
Hardik is here.
Hardik is here. Hardik is here.
Hardik is here.
Hardik Pandya
Wow.
is here. Finally.
Not with a new hairstyle, huh?
Yeah,
Not
so
with a
I
new
have
hairstyle.
with a new hairstyle, with the hairstyle he was playing for Baroda.
Sure. Okay, so Hardik Pandya is there. You will get an update, I think, from a couple of hours from now that whatever he's doing. But thank you so much for watching and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you, guys.